I'll tell you that our clients cannot wait to turn those greedy, lazy cash flow eaters into money in their bank account and help them find good homes. We help them identify how much cash flow has been eaten in every class, and then they go out and gather them together and take them through the program. Welcome to Richer Retailer, where we're going to fix your cash flow and build profits so you can build a legacy and finally sleep better. That is for sure what I needed when I had my store. Hosted by me, Cathy Wagner, I'm an accidental retailer who went from near bankruptcy to owning 3 successful stores, generating multiple 7 figures in sales. As the founder of RETAILMavens, my mission is to help more women-owned retail stores reach $1 million. So if you're ready to scale past 7 figures and you like coffee, champagne, and profit and fun, well, at least profit and fun, our solutions will help. Join the Millie Club and let's go! Welcome to episode 10. How to identify and eliminate cash flow eaters in inventory. All right. So cash flow is not great. So immediately you think, oh my gosh, I know what I should do. I should do a live, or I'll create a new reel, or maybe there's another Instagram story or Facebook story or something that I can do. Maybe that's the thing that I should do. Immediately you think that the fix is to increase your traffic. And immediately you think that the fix is to work on marketing to drive customers into the store, right? If I just had more traffic, you think, maybe that'll work. So you do it, you put out that new marketing piece, you wait, nothing. It doesn't work. Crickets. Why doesn't it work? Because it's just a Band-Aid. I'm not saying that it doesn't sometimes work, but I'm talking about if cash flow is an often issue or even a persistent issue, marketing and more traffic is never the solution. It's only a Band-Aid. There's something wrong with your business and you're bleeding out cash. And a Band-Aid isn't going to stop that. It might temporarily, right? But it's not going to really fix the whole issue. Ugh. So what do I do now? Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll have a sale. And then you think of another bill that's due and you're like, wow, what can I do? I know. I'll do a 20% off storewide sale this Saturday. I'm going to do posts about it and I'm going to send out emails. And I never do this ever. So, whoo, baby, that's going to get the cash rolling. Wrong on so many levels. Now, it may indeed succeed in bringing cash in, but I'll tell you, first thing you have to know is that if you're marking it all down, the entire store, what's going to happen is that they will buy your best stuff, the stuff you're selling already. You're going to sell it at a discount, and then you're going to have to replace it, right? So really, in effect, you're marking your best stuff down. If you've done that before, that's what happens, right? Listen, sometimes there's an immediate cash need for some reason, and you have to have cash at any cost right away, right? And now that's a different story. But I've seen store owners use this as a crutch. Think about what a crutch is. Think about you break one of your legs. Oof, horrible, right? So you need a crutch to help you carry your weight because the injured leg can't support itself, can't support the weight. So you have a crutch, right? And that is what a 20% off store-wide sale is. A crutch, because the store can't support itself, right? And for sure, as retailers, our hope springs eternal. We think that, oh, I know next season will be better. And while it's true that it might be, one problem is that if you have one bad season, you've got to know that it takes 18 months to cash flow out of a bad season. It does. I found that to be so true for myself and for clients. The other thing I'll tell you is that if you're counting on the next season to save you, you're already lost. You're in a pile. Just say you're already lost. But if you're counting on the next season to save you, your business isn't supporting yourself. It's relying on crutches to get by, right? Do you see that? and you have to identify what's broken. With that, your leg being broken, you use crutches, but it's for a limited time because you're healing your leg. That same thing is true. If you're counting on the next season to save you, to fix your cash flow, then there's some other injury, there's some other wound, there's some other problem here. All right. So the day is over. You've turned off the lights, you need the music, there's no one there. You're just standing there looking around. Then all of a sudden, you hear a crunching sound. What the heck? You go out on the floor, you walk around. I can hear it all over the store. And also it's weird because it's clearly louder in some areas than in others. What is it? I'll tell you what it is. It's your cash flow eaters. That is what it is. You see this with this cash flow crunch, you are missing the dollars that are hiding right under your nose. There is likely a gold mine of dollars there. Two of them, actually, one under each nostril. You see, the first one is about your cash flow eaters. The first one is that your inventory at retail value should not exceed half of your annual sales. So, for example, if you do $500,000 in business, you shouldn't have more than half that number, $250,000 at retail on your floor. The way to do this is to take your past year sales, divide that number by 2, and then make sure that your current inventory level at retail stays below that amount. I'll tell you that honestly, you can strive for even more. Our clients succeed even more than that, right? Why? Why do I know this to be true? Outside of the decades of experience I've had with it and have seen work for my own store as well as for all of our clients, you know that everything we do is based on science, right? And I'll tell you that science proves the fact that customers will get confused with too much inventory to choose from, and they often will just not buy. That's a fact. We have one client who significantly increased their square footage, almost doubled it, but kept their inventory amount the same and significantly increased their sales. I have another client also who significantly reduced her inventory this year, and her sales have stayed the same as last year. We assume that having more inventory means you'll sell more. Absolutely not. Science proves that customers get confused with that much inventory to choose from, and they won't buy as much. A confused mind always says no. People are so bombarded with decisions to make now that they look for you to make decisions for them. They want you to curate your inventory really carefully to make sure that you have the best stuff, right? So I'll tell you, you don't need more inventory on your floor. In fact, it eats your cash. That's the sound you heard. All right, one other thing. So the second pile of gold is that in a store-wide sale, you're allowing your customers to decide what should be on sale. That blew my mind the first time I heard about it, but it's true. If you're giving them the opportunity to choose anything in your store at 20% off, it's evident, right? They are choosing what should be on sale. Don't do that. You decide. That's your job, is to decide what should be on sale. It is a critical part of your inventory management plan. Don't delegate that to your customers. So how do you identify what those cash eaters are? The thing is that during a clearance sale, you are only going to mark down very specific inventory during this sale. And we're marking them down with the intention to move them out, meaning they're not going to go back up to regular price after, and you will not reorder them once they're gone, unless it's down the road because you were just too early with some trend or something, right? So remember that. You don't mark something down and then mark it back up. If you decided that something's not selling and you're marking it down, keep going until it's gone. What you have to accept is your inventory is not like a fine wine. It is not. It does not age well. And it does not increase in value as it gets older. It doesn't. Your inventory is like a banana. It is. Bananas are great when they're fresh. They're fabulous. But we don't want no stinking brown bananas. Ugh. some of that inventory you have is about as attractive as a brown banana, a mushy brown banana. And you know what happens when we leave brown bananas all around, don't you? We get fruit flies. Think about that. It's disgusting. And I'm sorry to get so graphic with you, but I really want you to understand the importance of not letting your inventory age. I know you consider yourself to be a very respectful person. So what happens if I came over to your store, came to your house, and you offered me a piece of this beautiful chocolate cream pie? And I said no. What would you do? Would you keep forcing it on me? Would you keep saying, here, try it. Here, try it. Here, try it. Probably not, right? Of course you wouldn't. You're a very respectful person. So why don't you listen to your customers when they say no? That's what they've said to those bananas. If you have merchandise that's been around for over a year or even a full season, your customers have said no, they don't want it. For whatever reason, it doesn't matter how you feel about it. It doesn't matter. You can't be attached to it. You have to let it go. So this is how you're going to organize your sale merchandise. So this is how you're going to organize your sale inventory. You're going to good, bad, and ugly it. Yes, that's right. It's a verb. The unsold leftovers of this season's goods are going into your good category. If they haven't sold in the first 3 months of a season, they're not as fresh anymore, but they're not completely bad yet, right? They're just starting to turn brown, those bananas are. They're not making that loud crunching noise you're hearing. No, they're not yet. In fact, I can hear you saying, I don't have a season. I'm a gift store, or I'm a toy store, or I'm a pet store, whatever. There's not really a season to most of my goods. All right, then, what you've got to know is that if you tried something, I talked about how your customers want you to decide what the best inventory is. They want you to curate the best of everything out there, the best of the best. Then, once you've done that, you've put it on the floor. If you've done everything that you know to do within those 3 months, moved it all around, you have focused on it in social media and in emails and whatever, done a live with it perhaps, but it still hasn't moved, it's time to mark it down. Yes, after 90 days. Then we have our bad inventory. Now, this is the inventory that's been hanging around longer than 3 months. Maybe the very first arrivals of your seasonal goods, or the late arrivals from the previous season, or it's just older than 3 months old. They're on the cusp of turning bad. So we should move these a bit more aggressively than your good sale merchandise. This is your bad sale merchandise. So this should be marked down a little bit more. All right. Finally, we have our ugly merchandise. We all know exactly what it is. These are your brown bananas. You have to get these out stat. These can be items that celebrated a birthday, or several in your store, meaning they're over a year old, or they could be from this season, but you have not sold one in the entire season. Your customers have voted a resounding no. This is the stuff that is chewing up your cash flow. That is what this is. That's that crunching noise. These are your lazy, no good cash flow eaters. They represent so many dollars that are on the floor that you haven't put in your pockets. And so, to be crystal clear, you have good, bad, and ugly. The ugly is the smallest amount. The bad is a little bit more. The vast majority of the things going into your clearance sale are good. The vast majority are, right? Now let me be super clear about what's not going on sale. Non-seasonal items that you sell all year round, unless they're that old. Best sellers that you would just turn around and reorder. You're not going to mark those down. And brand new arrivals that are moving into a new season, right? That's what it is. Again, but you can't have anything in your store that's over a year old. What do we always say? The Retail Mavens rule is that only people celebrate birthdays. Products do not. That's how we know for sure. All right. Now you can run a sale. You haven't used any crutches or band-aids, right? In fact, you just did open store surgery on your inventory. So keep it up. And I just want you to know that we've got a great program that helps you liquidate unwanted merchandise like that in 6 weeks without destroying your margins, without doing a store-wide sale, and without discounting your best sellers. The fact is, once you know the right way to run a clearance sale, what is that way, you say? What is the right way to run a clearance sale? The right way helps you identify those cash flow eaters in your store You heard how they were louder in some sections than others? It's because some section had more of that older inventory than other sections. So it's going to help you identify those cash flow eaters because you're going to good, bad, and ugly it, right? And you're going to squeeze the cash out of them and put it into your bank account while finding good homes for them. If you look around your store, you see beautiful items all over, right? Well, maybe a few that you regret ordering. That happens to everyone, right? But the fact is what you're actually looking at is cash. It's cash, actual physical dollars on the floor of your store. Those aren't tops hanging on those hangers over there. It's cash, dollar bills actually hanging on those hangers. And those fabulous gifts on that table right over there, it's many piles of cash, is what that is. And what about the items around your front counter? All money, quarters, dollars, all money, all money. And if they've been hanging around too long, they have eaten the cash and it's harder to get out. And so you have to do a bit more work to get it. There is a plan. I'll tell you that our clients cannot wait to turn those greedy, lazy cash flow eaters into money in their bank account and help them find good homes. We help them identify how much cash flow has been eaten in every class, and then they go out and gather them together and take them through the program. So the millie moment in this, the millionaire mindset moment, is this key shift in thinking about how our store owners look forward to marking these items down. There's a plan for it, and they've learned to look forward to this twice a year sale. Listen, if I don't have you convinced yet, I want you to listen to episode 8, which is the hidden costs of inventory hoarding. And don't miss episode 9, where you can eradicate the J months with a brand new income stream. You will be blown away by what's possible. Blown away. So now the ball's in your court. Try it or reach out for help. Like I said, we have this great program. We'd be honored to help you. And if this episode inspired you or encouraged you in any way, I'd love to hear from you. We're Retail Mavens everywhere. I'd love for you to leave a review. Connect with me over on our Facebook group, which you can find at Retail Mavens FB for Facebook.com. We'll put the link in the show notes. Or shoot me a DM. We're Retail Mavens everywhere. We are here to support you. We will absolutely do that. And please share this with every single store owner you know, because every single one of you, every single one deserves to be a richer retailer. Richer in every sense of that word. Know that you are astonishingly fabulous. You are loved. Happy retailing to you. Bye now.